the illusion of physical reality being the most important, and people have bought it, but not for long. It's losing its grip. Could that be, oh my gosh, could that be the reason that there's an economic downturn? Oh my heavens, could that be the reason why the monetary
another war
is no longer working? Could that be why there's such conflict? No, it's about the awakening of the divine nature. That's ultimately the bottom line.
So basically you're saying people are waking up and they're pretty much sick of it.
Absolutely. There's no question of that. And all we have to do is look around, and that's exactly what's going on. And it's not so much I can say they're sick of it. It's their awakening to the divine truth, one, of the human nature, and two, of their ability. That's the real dynamic that's going on. And, you know, we can go into ancient texts. I mean, I can say specifically, in the biblical text, you will find these words. And we all know that the biblical text controls most of the world. Excuse me a second. It used to. In the biblical text, it says this, that the truth shall be made known. In other texts, it says, what is hidden shall be shown. We're seeing it now. We're seeing politicians for what they've become. We're seeing the governments for what they've become. All of that is the idea of the awakening of the intuitive sense. The truth is it's always been there. It's already been suggested to you. It's just you are awakening to it. Look, out there, think about these things that I'm going to offer you. One, do you find yourself waking up at early morning somewhere between 2:30 and, say, 3:30 in the morning? Two, do you feel like something's about to occur, but you don't know what it is? Three, do you have a sense of being uneasy? Four, how's your ability to trust? How's your ability to appreciate? How are all of those things? And I hope people in the chat room throw out some truth out there, because what you're experiencing, how many of you out there are experiencing seemingly erratic mood shifts and changes with no rhyme or reason? How many of you are experiencing this stuff? What you're actually experiencing is an intuitive sense that you've never been aware of, because it's been snuffed since you were a child, and you are starting to awaken to it. My suggestion to everybody out there listening is this, is when you feel an immediate mood change and there's no reason for it, no immediate reason for it, then the odds are it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to somebody near you. Now, I don't mean that physically or emotionally. It could be somebody near you.
Someone near you. Let's take another call. Just try it again. It looks like we have the same caller from the 310 area code. You're on live. This is the Weird Talk Radio with Stephen Hairfield and Chad Lilly. And where are you calling us from?
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Stephen Orion.
Stephen Orion. Paranormal is known by Blog Talk Radio. Welcome. Thank you for calling.
Oh, yeah. Here's the guy that I wanted to be on his radio show, and he never emailed me back.
Oh.
No way!
Yeah.
That is an honor, Stephen. I'm going to be truly honest with you. I was contemplating emailing you and getting confirmation for the last 2 months, but just really afraid to do it.
I don't know what you're afraid of. What am I?
There must be a reason.
Well, I'm just going to be frank with you.
My name's
your
Frank,
knowledge
so
is...
my name's not Frank, so it doesn't matter. So.
Well, your knowledge is very intimidating. And, of course, Chad brought that up. That's the reason why not too many people call, but I'm sure everybody's sitting there spellbounded like I am. So.
Well, you know, intimidating is nothing more nor less than another form of judgment. You know, the only difference between you and I, my friend, is I've gone out and looked under every leaf, every rock, looked into every eye. I just wanted to know things. I wanted to live things. I wanted to understand things. And the knowledge is there. And the only reason I do what I do is because, you ready for this? I would like to see the world change to a higher dynamic. And the only way that I can do that is get out there and talk.
Yes.
And as Chad can tell you, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm probably one of the easiest guys in the world to get along with.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
well, in that context, I would have to say your experience is what's intimidating then, over a guy that's only pushing 30. So,
well, but you know what? Lao Tzu once said that knowing other people is wise, but knowing oneself is true wisdom and is in true enlightenment. And to know oneself, that knowledge may be granted through the experience of others that come into the shadow of your life.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah, that silence is sometimes the only reply.
Well, Stephen, I've been a big fan of all your teachings for, I would have to say, the last 6 years. And I think I've heard every single interview by you. So I definitely want to commend you for your very, very great work and positive work that you are giving out to the people, because it's really put me on a higher path of enlightenment, and it's actually showing, and people will actually let me know that I have a different demeanor now. And I believe it's through listening to a lot of your teachings and really taking it to heart. So I really appreciate all your words, everything you have to say.
You know, I got to share something, and forgive me if I get a little emotional. The only reward that I look for in life is what you just said, is to know that somebody else had the lights go on, and to know that somebody else has decided to climb the mountain.
Yes.
You know, so often it seems like that what you do when you get out there is you talk to deaf ears, because people are, and you know, guys, if you're intimidated by me, there's nothing I can do about my knowledge, because I'm going to share it. All I wish to do is see the world go into a new dynamic, because it's going to, with or without us, and that time is getting oh so near daily, and there's so much that's going to be gained and so much that's going to be given. So you've actually moved me, sir, and I appreciate that.
Stephen, I feel you definitely deserve it, and I think you read my mind, because that was the reason I had to let that out. And just for the appreciation factor of it all, and I don't think it's given to you enough from what I hear.
Well, but you know what, my friend, I don't necessarily seek accolades. I appreciate them. If I did what I did because of my ego, then I'm not who I desire to be. And I know I've had others through the months and years say, "Whoa, I got to get away from you. You're just entirely too much." I can say that maybe I have an inkling of what somebody like the Buddha or the Christ must have felt. But
yes.
Life is the dynamic that we all can journey through, should we so choose. There's no reason to live it the way that we do. There's no reason to be manipulated the way that we are, other than we allow ourselves to be. You know, I got to tell you guys something. I used to think that I had the hardest childhood that any child could ever have. It was horrendous, is what I'm going to say, but the gift it gave me was the desire to find out if the Creator was real, if life was really what we thought it was, or if there was something else out there. And because of that, I got to tell you something. That's the only reason I went and did what I did. That's the only reason I know today what I do, is because that man that was my dad prompted me to go find the truth for myself. I encourage that to any and all people all the time. I mean, heck, that's why I take people to India, is because if you can't get it there, then you'll never get it anywhere, because it's so fast, it's so radical, and it's so dramatic.
Wow.
And that's why I take people there. I literally, lovingly call it Monk 101. And it's anybody that goes to India with me. It's not about money. It's about bringing enlightenment into that mind. It's about taking you from the idea of a finite mind into infinite being. It's about realizing that you can see ghosts. It's that you can see alternative realities. You can see anything that you shift your mind into allowing you to see. You know, monks have a wonderful way that they teach, and they use a very unorthodox method to teach traditional understanding. and they will blow every marble you have right out the back door. Any sense of logic, they will move absolutely and implicitly away from you. And by the time